Please welcome to the stage the 301 Showcase Team, Jingle in My Pants! Yay! Alright, tonight for your pleasure we have Steve, Cody Lee, Art, Alan, Louie, and Eric. Alright, we're going to start with a game called Foxworthy. It's for all the players. So what I need from you all is suggestions. First of all, do you know who Jeff Foxworthy is? Yes. Yes, you might be a redneck gift. We're going to Foxworthyize some professions and hobbies, which I'm going to get from you right now. So professions, just start shouting them out.
Teacher. Archaeologist.
Mechanic, archaeologist.
Veterinarian.
I heard vet. Okay, what was yours?
Accountant.
Oh, accountant. Okay.
Science teacher.
Ooh, substitute teacher. I
Plumber.
like that.
Emergency room.
Veterinarian. What was yours?
Emergency room medic.
Oh, ER. ER medic. Okay, excellent. Couple more. Electrician, I think I heard.
Bus driver.
Landscape architect.
Bus driver. Did you say landscape architect? Never mind.
Ear, nose, and throat doctor.
Ooh, ENT, very specifically, doctor. Perfect. Let me have a couple hobbies to round it out. Just a couple hobbies.
Crochet.
Crochet,
Sailing.
garden, and
Boxing.
sailing. All right, so the way it works is I'm just going to read these off in no particular order, and the cast will step forward and give you examples, Foxworthy event examples. Blankety blank blank, you might be a mechanic. Mechanic.
If you have grease under your fingernails, you might be a mechanic.
If you're particularly good with your hands, you might be. If you're looking forward to working with a bunch of tools, you might be a mechanic. If you have parts left over, you might be a mechanic.
If you tie your shoes with a wrench, you might be a mechanic.
If you charge a whole lot of money to change a screw out, you might be a mechanic.
If you love to tell people, well, you know, I think it's going to be a little more time than you give it, you might be a mechanic.
If it takes two people to screw in a light bulb, you must be two mechanics.
When you're trying to release a bolt and you realize your foul mouth is justified, you might be a mechanic.
How about archaeologist? Archaeologist.
If you have bones under your fingernails,
Bones.
If you think a pharaoh's name is Jeff Foxworthy, you're a redneck.
If you don't know what bones are, you might be an archaeologist.
If you're attracted to girls who are dusty, you might be.
that's my mommy you're talking about.
Oh! How about veterinarian?
If you have dog fur under your fingernails,
If you have parts left over, you might be a veterinarian.
If the only pet you have in the veterinarian is a fox, you must be Jeff Foxworthy.
How about accountants? Let's try accountants.
If you don't know math at all, you might be an accountant.
If people want to talk to the archaeologist rather than you at parties, you might be.
If 2 + 2 = 5, you are an accountant.
if you take a new person out on a blind date and you have coupons for 2-for-1 dinners, you might be an accountant.
When you still giggle when someone says, I can count on you, you might be an accountant.
If you have to resort to using your fingers when your calculator is messed up, you are an accountant.
How about an emergency room medic or technician or something like that?
If you have blood under your fingernails,
If you can use duct tape to fix anything, you might be an emergency room. If you're not driven crazy by the constant sound of beeping, you might be an EMT.
if you have parts left over,
If you listen to Jeff Foxworthy in the ambulance, then you are a Midwest ambulance.
I think I wrote electrician, although I'm not sure. Go ahead, electrician.
If you get shocked, you're an electrician.
If AC/DC is your favorite band,
How about bus driver?
No,
If you hate people, you might be a bus driver.
If you drive on the wrong side of the road, you're in England as a bus driver.
If you like to say, kids, don't make me come back there, you might be a bus driver.
Right, Dennis. Do you have some? You got it?
You need the right change. You have to be a bus driver.
If you only ever look forward, no matter what's happening behind you.
Or if you spend more time looking in the rearview mirror than you do on the road, you might be a bus driver.
If you really like to piss people off and drive really slow, you might be a bus driver.
If you like big wheels, you might be a bus driver.
If you make a U-turn where you shouldn't, you're a bus driver.
If you love to cut people off because your vehicle's bigger than their vehicle, you might be a bus driver.
How about a landscape architect? Is that what I heard? Landscape architect?
If you wanted to do buildings, but you really didn't have the talent, you might be a bus
If you don't know math at all and can't figure out what angles you need, you might be a landscaper.
If the shrubbery scene in Monty Python, the Holy Grail, is your favorite scene, you might be a landscape architect.
If all you have are stones in your front yard, you're like,
If you come in after the archaeologist, you might be a landscape architect.
How about an ear, nose, and throat doctor?
So you've heard the old thing about you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. Wrong!
When your investment portfolio pretty much is the Ricola company, you might be an ear, nose, and throat doctor.
If you failed every medical test, you're probably an ear.
if the only words out of your mouth is, you must be EMT.
If instead of blowing in your date's ear, you stick a light there, you might
And Janie, let's give you guys a hand.